Alright guys, let's jump in on this build and get inside this thing and see what we gotta do. You know what you do? Crazy things over here. Let me see. Let's have schematics. Nope, no schematics. Alright, so I don't remember exactly how this comes apart. Do not believe it was that difficult. But we will look and find out. When these came out, I mean, these are old. This is an oldie. When these came out, these were like super detailed. I mean, you see the bottom of this. There's a lot on going on down here. It's pretty nice. I don't think Lifelike ever made these in Pennsylvania. Because if he did, I probably would have bought them. Because these are N5, these are N5Gs. I don't know what the G means. But basically the same. Basically Conrail took a Pennsylvania caboose and Conrailed it. Alright, there's that. I don't remember if I need to take this screw off, but if this is just the only thing that holds it on is 2 screws in the bottom, gets the bottom come off, this makes my life much easier. I can put this body away so it doesn't get damaged. I would not be so lucky. Those are actually caddies, but they are the plastic caddies. So if I have a set floating around, because for some reason caddy number 5s seem to be in great demand right now, at least locally. All right. Guys, welcome back. I was working on this a little bit off camera and a little bit on camera, and a little bit on camera turned to be a little bit more off camera. All right, so let me talk to you about what we did. I just picked up this cradle. It's an ESU cradle. It's buy it. It's worth it. It's really nice. All right, so what I did was I took a razor, took my X-Acto knife, my hobby knife, and I trimmed this up in here. I got a little, I opened up this gap in here by trimming off some of this weight, run the wires down. I drilled 2 little holes, one on each end, to pick up power from the trucks. I tucked these wires in a little bit just for now. You'll see a picture. I actually slid the body on and turned the lights on. I put the 2 lights in. These are Woodland Scenic lights. I just like them because they are pre-wired and they have to stick them on the back of it, and I liked it. If I was to do it over again, I'd probably cut off this shrink wrap they put on there, because as you can see, it made it a little difficult. I had to do a little funky bend over here. You can't see this from the cab. I also, on the body, to run the wires pretty much inconspicuously, I had trimmed this up over here. You can't see it once the cab is in, once the cab's on. I got this in place. I wound up cutting out that little shelf that was in there you saw in the earlier video. That got cut out. This fits in here perfectly. Sticking out just a tad, but once you put the body on, it pushes in and it fits perfect. Now the problem I'm going to have now is how I'm going to hide these wires. If the roof came off, just the roof, I could tuck everything in and put it in, but I can't. This whole thing has to slide down. The 2 bunks that were here accidentally popped off. That's not an issue. I can I'm going to glue those back in place towards the end, and I'm hoping that the way they sit in there, that when I slide this back on, it picks up. I know I told you I was going to put a Fred rear lit marker light on here. I looked at it, trying to figure out how to do it, trying to figure out how to get it in there with the body sliding on and off like that. I can't do it. It's just it's just beyond me, my abilities. I can't. I don't know how to get the wires tucked in and how to get it to look good. Sorry for letting you guys down, but as of now, I'm still going to try to wire in 3 lights into here. So the cupola lights up, and these other windows light up. The front and back are going to light up together. Having them being able to do it separately is just too much. I can't do all the wiring in there. It's too much wiring, and it's too small of a space to keep the wires hidden. So doing that, I was going to use another one of these plug and play lights, but the way it's looking is for me to do that in here, it's going to what's the word I'm looking for? It's not going to look good. It's you're going to be able to see it if you're on any type of low angle on here. And so I'm going to go with one of my micro LEDs that I have. That's going to get wired in there, and then we'll go from there. I got the truck pickups. I have a set of them already, and I'm going to use those on here and get that wired in, and we're getting close to getting this put back together again. I've been working on this, maybe an hour, 2 hours, so that's really it. I just got to really think on how I'm going to hide these wires. Got these wires to hide in here. I can't really. I should have figured out where these were going before I did this, because then I could have made these much shorter, but I didn't do that. Now they're stuck on, and I don't want to take them off again. This one came off, and I'm just happy it's sticking back on there. I might try to cut that off with the X-Acto knife. Yeah, let's see what happens. Maybe you can. That's good. I don't know. Yeah, they say a new number 11 blade does wonders. All right, maybe that'll work. That'll give me a little more flexibility in here. Yeah, all right. So let me go on from there. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Maybe I get this wire a little bit softer, a little bit easier to move around. I will say he did a nice job on putting these together, so kind of a savage for taking it apart, but I gotta do what I gotta do. All right, let me do a little thinking and we'll come back. All right, guys, welcome back. I don't know what happened. I don't know how much I got in here, but we painted up the inside. Now we're finishing the wiring. This is turning into a non-video video. We're looking good right here. So basically what's going to happen here is there's one tiny little dilemma. I really should have tested this before I finished wiring everything up, but I didn't. So I can only hope that I got this thing wired up right. That should keep light bleed. That's what I saw someone do. I thought it was pretty smart. I like it. So the mistake I made was before I shrink wrapped everything, the final solderings, I should have put this on a test track and made sure I got my polarity correct, but I didn't. No, we'll have to figure that out. Now, All right, so we got some wires shown in here, but we have to put these in first. And I'm thinking of putting a piece of styrene strip across the top and then laying the wires on top of it, and that should hide it somewhat. Done soldering, so turn that off. We may have to come in here and shorten these wires up, but they are what they are for now. Alright, so you see there's a little extra there, but I think we're going to pull the shell off one more time. We'll pull some of that wire back up in there and we'll be good. Not as free rolling as I would like it to be. But we're going to have good contact at least. So. That's on there. All right. So at this point, before I go any further, I go upstairs and we'll put this on the test track and see what we can do. All right. So we'll be right back.